Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Reecee News. And first up we have today is some Metroid Dread news. And just so far, I'm really enjoying the game. I think I'm about 2/3 or 3/4 through the game. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm through a significant part of the game, so I don't have too much left to go, but I'm just really enjoying it. It might be one of my favorite games of all time. It's just amazing. I really like most things about the game, and the amiibo I got yesterday for it, or amiibos that I got for it yesterday, are really good, really high quality, and they're just really nice. I just really like them, and if you can get your hands on them, and if you're able to get them, I definitely recommend them. But it's actually selling really well in Japan, which is pretty interesting since the Metroid series historically hasn't sold too well in Japan, because it's mostly popular in like Western countries, because that's basically like with Metroid, I feel like that's one of Nintendo's franchises that's more popular in the West than Japan. So it's really interesting to see Metroid Dread outselling most of the Metroid games, or actually all of the Metroid games, by a large margin for the first week. Because it's almost double the sales of Metroid Fusion's first week sales, and also Metroid Prime's, which is like the best-selling Metroid game. So this is huge. It might be the best-selling Metroid game by a lot. Like, I have a feeling this might sell like 3 or 4 billion copies, maybe even 5 million. Because Metroid Dread really seems like it's selling really well, and it's really popular in a lot of places. It's been trending on Twitter for a few days. I'm not sure if it is anymore, but there are still a lot of people talking about Metroid Dread, as it's just a really popular game, and it's really kind of boosting the Metroid series up. It might even make Metroid one of Nintendo's top series, because Nintendo is, or Retro Studios technically, is developing Metroid Prime 4, and we could possibly get like even more Metroid games than that too, like maybe even some spin-offs, like actually good spin-offs, and more things in general for the Metroid series, because I feel like Dread is definitely a boost for the series, and it definitely seems like a lot of people are playing this game, and a lot of people, even who weren't interested in the Metroid series before, are interested in this game. So next up, we have something else that is really interesting, and that is another EarthBound or Mother comic. So basically, they had one before that was called Pollyanna, and basically that released a few years ago, and it was like based off of EarthBound and everything. I want to get it eventually. I'm not sure how much it costs, but I really like EarthBound. It's one of my favorite RPGs. So I definitely want to get the first one eventually, and maybe even the second one, because I know they do import these. I'm not sure how much they cost. I know it might be like a bit expensive, but I've seen like some prices on eBay that weren't too bad. Like, I mean, it is a really nice and really special comic, so because it's kind of a tribute to the Mother series, which is really cool. So I'm really glad they're making a second one. And I hope eventually that they translate these. I mean, I know it's kind of unlikely, but I do see a chance if there's like a lot of demand for it, especially because there are like Western artists working on this, like Toby Fox, who developed Undertale and Deltarune. And I'm starting to play Deltarune. That's really fun, but a little off topic. But there's also going to be some artwork from the Mother 3 artist, and even the Omori artist, which is pretty interesting. So I think that's really cool that they're getting like different artists that are kind of like make games that are inspired by the Mother series. And I just really hope with all of this like continuation of the kind of merch and stuff like that for the Mother series, I hope we eventually get something on the Switch. I do see like at some point we would get EarthBound. I find it very likely that we could get EarthBound, or like maybe even EarthBound Beginnings. Mother 3, I don't see that happening for a while. I mean, like with all the things happening with Mother 3, I mean, I do see that being translated eventually because there's been enough demand for it, and I do find it really weird that Nintendo hasn't done anything yet. But I definitely find it possible for Earthbound or Earthbound Beginnings to come to the Switch, and hopefully I'll eventually be able to get this and like also like a translation for the Pollyanna comics that come over to the West. I think that would be really nice. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.